We are back live hip hop daily. These several times present Sideline Stories, and now it's time to talk and dive into a little sports action. Gentlemen, Melvin Gordon was holding out for with the Los Angeles Chargers.
Allegedly.
Looking for a big payday. I guess he was thinking he was going to get paid, and the Chargers basically, they pulled his card. They called his bluff, and he decided to end his holdout. He forfeited over $2 million as far as fines and different things as he missed time, but he's back in the lineup. He won't play week 4. Brandon, I want to start with you, because you were talking about Melvin Gordon a couple weeks ago. Will Gordon have an impact once he gets back on the field for Los Angeles?
It's gonna take some time because he ain't been getting hit in over a year. Well, almost a year. So he'll probably use what? Was week 4 this week? So week 5, 6, 7, 8.
Yeah.
It's gonna be his preseasons. So so he'd be right in the middle of the season. So probably the second half of the season, you start seeing Melvin Gordon make his impact because you gotta get his football legs under him, get his wind and all that. So they have to slowly work him in, and kind of like the Cowboys did for Zeke. So I don't see him making an impact right away because I don't know if he's gonna start because Eckler been playing ball.
Lights out.
So he's one
Craig, I want to ask you this. Melvin Gordon doesn't plan to stay in the Chargers locker room too long. He says he will play out his contract. He probably won't see the field, as you mentioned, until week 5 or week 6. But he does not want to be a Charger next season. Do you see a team right now who could use Gordon's service?
Oh yeah, absolutely. There's a few of them. I mean, you can go down to Tampa Bay. You can see them. They need a physical rusher. Hell, here in Atlanta, we can use them. Hell.
Well, y'all use everybody.
Oh man, look, you never lied about that. I mean, Philadelphia could use them.
They use them.
When's the last time Philadelphia had a primetime back that carried the load? By himself most of the time.
Brian Westbrook, good lord, that was a long time.
Well, no, Shady McCoy carried.
Shady. Brian Westbrook, Shady.
No, I think he could be the missing piece to a few teams. Those are just a few to start out with. Houston could be one.
But they kind of right now going like running back by
committee. I mean, most teams are.
Marvin Miller will come back next year. You got Duke Johnson and Carlos Hyde. So, I was in Texans, but
the Bills could use them. The Buccaneers could use them. I mean, I like Kerryon Johnson, but the Lions could use him.
Miami could use them. Miami could use everybody.
Yeah.
Miami could use everybody.
Yeah, but I think he could fit. I really would like to see him in Philly. I would hate to see it, but I would like to see it.
I can dig that. I ain't want to be biased to say that, but we could.
Yes, you was.
Well, I don't know. We got to see how the young cat, Miles Sanders, can hold on to the ball, but the Eagles do have big aspirations for the gentleman. If not, Gordon could go well there. Brandon, I believe you mentioned a while ago about possibly Tampa Bay.
Yeah, because they definitely.
I think that would be a good look as well. I think Tampa Bay would be a good look as well. So
Tampa has a running back since Ward done.
I got a team.
Who?
The Falcons.
I said that.
Yeah, you just said the Falcons.
See, you ain't paying attention over there.
I ain't mad at that. I'm not mad at that. We're going to head a little bit north up to the Big Apple, where surprisingly, a gentleman, Danny Dimes, got his first start in Tampa.
Oh, he already got a name?
You have a nickname already?
During week 3, yeah. Danny Dimes got
that boy got one game, got a nickname. Good Lord.
Danny Dimes.
Danny Dimes.
They had it on the back of the New York Post, Danny Dimes. You know what I'm saying? It was a picture of his face on a dime. You know what I'm saying? So that just lets you know that the New York media is already buying into the hype. But I want to ask you, gentlemen, are y'all buying into the hype? Craig, I'm going to start with you. We saw Daniel Jones put up 4 touchdowns. He was responsible for 2 touchdowns through the air, 2 touchdowns on his feet, one being a game-winning touchdown on a crucial 4th down play. Did Daniel Jones show you enough to prove why Eli Manning was benched?
Yeah. He did what Eli couldn't do with Odell Beckham, a healthy running back, and Evan Ingram. Like, he did that without OBJ. Sterling Shepard hurt. Saquon didn't even play the full game, and he put up 350 yards of total offense and 4 touchdowns. Like I said before the season, you roll Eli out there, see what you got, but after that, you go ahead and start your future. So I think he definitely showed them something. Now we gotta see what he's gonna look like when they get some game tape on him and they actually can scout him.
So that's what I want to know, Brandon. This week, big matchup against Washington. Now, I'm quite sure that the football lovers that we would prefer Washington actually start Dwayne Haskins so we can see Haskins and Daniel Jones go at it. We may not get that matchup. Washington really hasn't pulled their card. There's been whispers about a possible benching of Case Keenum, but we're not sure if that'll come week 4.
It needs to happen.
Brandon, what do you expect from Danny Dimes week 4 against the kind of mediocre Washington defense?
Saquon not playing, so I think Gallup will have a big game with them. So I think Daniel Jones could probably may not duplicate what he did with the four tugs, but I mean Washington defense is trash, and
Tampa Bay defense isn't that good either. So.
Yeah, besides their pass rush, I mean Tampa Bay secondary has been terrible, but I see Danny probably give him three for probably 300. Because they're definitely going to pass the ball, so Saquon not be running the ball. So they probably going to use Gallup more in the passing game. Evan Ingram is looking like a Pro Bowl already because this boy's going off.
Man,
so
tight end and a wide receiver body. Well, wide receiver and tight end body.
Like you said, wide receiver and tight end body. So I think the Giants might go 2-2 this week.
So are you going with Brandon, then Craig? I want you to follow up on this. Brandon, are you seeing a win for Daniel Jones and the Giants this week? And give me his over-under, how many touchdowns versus interception this week?
I'm going dub for the Giants, for the G-men, and 3 tubs, and probably a fumble or pick. So probably one turnover. He only had 1 turnover last week. He had 1 or 2 turnovers last week. I know he had a fumble. I know that.
I think that might be.
Yeah, it was 1, I believe.
I just want y'all to remember when he was drafted.
Shut up, Groove. Groove just wanted to.
Everybody was who is that?
Oh,
I told you, I
God.
said, he is a good quarterback. He is better than Haskins, and he's.
We don't know that yet.
We don't know.
I'm telling you, the reason why Haskins ain't getting on the field right now because he has to learn. And this dude has been in camp, and he ready. He's ready, and he did it without Saquon, and he's gonna keep doing it without Saquon because
Groove want the credit.
Quarterback, it don't matter about your weapons or whatever. You just replace it. It's about the quarterback. And I told y'all, the New York media don't know football because they was the main ones.
I mean, yeah.
Oh, we got Daniel Jones. I told y'all, like, he's good. What are y'all talking about?
Groove.
ACC guy.
We will see.
Groove wants his credit.
At the end of the year.
Groove wants his credit.
Roll the tape back. I said that dude is good.
We will see.
Haskins. I told y'all.
We will see at the end of the game. End of the year.
They can't be no worse than. First of all, I don't know why you're not benching Case Keenum after having 5 turnovers Monday, anyways. Case Keenum's a walking turnover.
Listen, who's the coach?
And he only got the coaching job because his brother.
Exactly. So
he's on his last leg.
We can't see.
Yeah, I mean, his time may be done soon.
Ain't no maybe.
We will see. No, I mean, it just depends on when. It will be soon for sure. It just depends on.
He getting out of there.
But Daniel Jones won't have as much help as you mentioned in his backfield because Saquon Barkley won't be in the lineup. Saquon did face an ankle injury in week 3, against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Now, Saquon did avoid surgery, so he wasn't placed on the ER, but he could miss anywhere from a month, which would be 4 weeks, to 8 weeks.
Messed up my fantasy.
Also is another injury to a big-name starter we know very well, a gentleman that we call Superman in Carolina, Cam Newton, will miss another week. He'll miss week 4, and Kyle Allen will be the starting quarterback again. So, gentlemen, I want to ask you first with Saquon, how much will Saquon's injury impact the growth of Daniel Jones in his first week? And then I want to know, is the Kyle Allen era beginning in Carolina?
To the second question, no. We're going to dead that right now.
Well, Daniel Jones, you know what they always say, the quarterback's best friend is what? The running game?
Running game and the line.
Right there. So with his line already being bad, but they're serviceable. But without a running game,
And
it's going to be tough because it's going to be keyed on him. So we'll see if he'll be able to carry the offense by himself. I mean, they'll have they got Wayne Gallman, but ain't nobody really checking for him like that. So, but with Cam, I mean, it honestly, if Kyle Allen comes out here and starts balling, I mean, with Cam being in a contract kind of situation, contract year,
there's only $2 million to release him next season.
I mean, it may be because he may be too much. I ain't gonna say too much trouble, but to not be producing and not be healthy, it may be time for Carolina maybe to go ahead and cut bait.
Okay, so when we say this about Kyle Allen, let's put this in perspective too. They play Arizona.
Yeah,
people gotta realize that they played Arizona. Okay,
right.
If they didn't win, he had a subpar game. But we doing all the hooping and hollering about Kyle Allen. No.
Well, the thing is not really about Kyle Allen for me personally. Is Cam has been declining over the past 3 years. Ever since that MVP season, he's been on the decline.
But have they used the same offense?
They haven't
been using the same offense.
And also, Cam's had different coordinators.
Absolutely, he has for sure.
He's had a different coordinator every year except for two. Except last year, North Turner. Now that last year and this year. So other than that, I mean, he's not having no consistency.
Right, but half of that is also because he can't stay healthy anymore. It's like he used to.
And O-line is at the greatest.
O-line ain't never been good. Carolina has done Cam.
15.
They had a good running game.
When the last time Cam had a good left tackle?
15.
Yeah, it's been a while since Cam.
15.
Cam
at the end of his career.
Yeah, Carolina's doing him a disservice with this offensive line and his weapons on the outside.
And I've also said this too. You got a quarter. What I said last week, you got a quarterback who's 6'6", throwing everybody our height. I'm 6'6", I'm throwing down.
Exactly.
They went from having Luke King, Thomas Davis,
to
various DBs they have on their team. A good, really top defense, and they had a good offensive line with a running game. But they don't have that because McCaffrey isn't that type of running game.
They don't have a physical running game.
Exactly.
He's more of a do everything kind of.
Yeah.
He's a more explosive Darren Sproles. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
He's more supposed to do.
It's a taller Danny Woodhead.
Yeah, there you go. Taller Danny.
But what about Saquon? I know we're speaking on Cam.
Saquon, yeah, man, I'm just kind of mad about that because it's messing up my fantasy. But
he'll be fine.
Yeah, he will. That's not for another 8 weeks. But no, I think this time off could actually help him because we know he would all the workload this year anyway. So save his legs, save his body, and so you can see what Daniel Jones got without him.
Yeah. So
you can see if he's really, as Lou's saying, that guy, and he's really going to be a Dak Prescott, Ezekiel Elliott moment. Like Saquon going to be Ezekiel, and it's Daniel Jones going to be a game manager.
Yeah.
It's impressing me even more that he's doing it without. Slightly.
All right.
So let me ask you gentlemen this. We're going to head to the college game for a moment. Jim Harbaugh, his time in Michigan has not been what I think they thought it would be when the Maize and Gold brought him over. Now, Jim Harbaugh, of course, had a pretty stellar career in the NFL as a coach of the 49ers, leading the team to the Super Bowl, although he did not capture the Vince Lombardi trophy.
Of course they didn't.
It's looking a little rocky right now for Jim Harbaugh. What are y'all thoughts about Harbaugh? Is his time up at Michigan?
If he don't beat Ohio State this year, if he don't beat Ohio State this year,
I think right now, like this is the year. Like if you're gonna do something, you're gonna have to prove it now. And it's not helping that you come out and you get trounced by Wisconsin.
And what they line up to do, they line up to do one thing.
Yeah,
you make no adjustments.
Your whole thing was okay when you got to Michigan. It was you're gonna be the quarterback guru. All right, so they gave you a couple of grad transfers. We get it, you didn't have success there, but then they give you Shea Patterson, a former 5-star quarterback, transferring out of Ole Miss. At that point, people were like, "Okay, you've been blessed now. Here's your quarterback."
And you can't do that with him.
Shea Patterson looks like he's regressed even from his freshman year. So, are you really a quarterback whisperer? Or did you just come up on Alex Smith and Cap? Like I don't know. You tell me.
I think
and Andrew Luck. Like you owe all your success to them. Those 3 quarterbacks right there.
He does because and also they're very.
And Michigan fans are like Georgia fans. They're delusional. They think they should win every year. So
and Michigan they won since what 97?
I can't even tell you. So, but my thing is, if you're already having a rough season, if you come out here and you let Ohio State beat you and boat race you like they did last season, this might be the year where the boosters are like, this is not worth the experience.
They go take that buyout.
Like it was everything was cool when you was winning 10 games a year, but this year you look like you might be
5.
reaching for 8.
I'll say 5. And they're soft. Like usually,
is he gonna end up back in the NFL? Are we gonna see Jim Harbaugh back in the NFL next season?
He better be coaching somebody quarterback next year.
He may go back, but I mean,
because it's hard. Like this is your alma mater. This is your school. So where do you go from here? If you stay in the college game,
can't go no college. Anybody gonna take him?
I got it.
Well, what's up?
He might end up being a coordinator for the Dolphins.
He could. You know what he gonna end up being? An analyst for Alabama, just like every other failed head coach.
And it is true they do
Y'all said he's gonna turn into Rex Ryan?
No, he said he gonna be an analyst. You know how everybody
he gonna be another Mike Loxley. He gonna come down to Alabama for an intern job, then he gonna get another job after a couple of years.
Yeah, it's gonna be what's his face? What's Sarkisian?
Lane Kiffin.
Yeah. When you stink somewhere else, go to Nick Saban, he'll save you. He'll find you another job. You go stink over there. So I mean, like we said, if they don't win this year, it's gonna be hard
because they've already given him a lot of rope.
They gave him didn't they get 10-year deals, something like that? I think like a John Gruden deal.
I don't think it was 10 years.
It was more than average.
Like 6, but he's one of the highest paid though.
He got him Jordan.
Derek Jeter got him Jordan. Derek Jeter got him Jordan. You're a Jordan athlete. Ain't nothing to do with Jim Harbaugh.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. It's interesting to see. We're going to take a brief break and we're going to talk a little baseball. I know you two gentlemen are excited because your programs are moving on to the postseason.
I know
so we're going to talk
man.
a little Yankees and Braves. We're going to go on a little break and we'll be right back. These Urban Times, Live Hip Hop Daily present Sideline Stories.
Hey, man, I don't like the fact how you